Shivaya. We're going to continue with Mind, Its Mysteries and Control from Swami Shivananda. So we are in the chapter, What is Mind? So first of all, we saw last night, Swami Shivananda explained that mind is that, he calls it mind is that which separates between you and God, which means mind seems to be hiding God or the self because of the appearance of duality. The subject-object's appearance is veiling the reality, and this is what Swami Shivananda calls the wall, which hides God, so to say. So then Swami Shiva, so we'll read a little bit from each section. There are many sections here about what is the mind. So first of all, Swami Shivananda says that he speaks about cosmic mind and individual mind. So he says, so basically what the Upanishads teach us is that individuality is an appearance on all levels, not only on the level of consciousness or reality, but on all levels. Individuality or a separate existence is only an appearance. It doesn't really exist. Okay, for example, if you take the physical level, right, on the physical level, it seems that the bodies are separate and independent, right? We would say that on the physical level, we are individuals. But if you look at it, first of all, what is your body? So the Upanishads call your body, you know, like there is a snowman, like people make snowmen. The Upanishads call your body a foodman, okay, which means it's made of food. So the idea is that it's called Annamaya Kosha. So the body is not eating food, the body is food. Okay, so every tissue in your body is processed food, which means everything in your body, your eyes, your skin, your hair, your bones, was once on your plate. Okay, you ate it, your body assimilated it as your tissues. So first of all, your body is food. That's what it is. And the physical reality in the Upanishads is called cosmic food. It's called Annam Brahma, infinite food. So the whole physical reality, see what your body is made of, it's the same as what the physical reality is made of. It's not different. So what is your body? It simply pulls on material from the physical reality, right, creating your body, and it gives out materials into the physical reality. For example, now as we sit here, cells from your body are falling, hairs from your body are falling, right? Liquids are evaporating from your body, right? So you are one with the physical reality. The body is not a closed system. it's totally open. You are in constant exchange with the physical world, right? If you sit, we are here in the middle of a jungle pretty much. If you sit inside the forest, what will happen? Nature will begin to crawl on top of you. You see? So nature doesn't think you are a stranger to it. It knows you very well. You see? The same thing that it knows in the trees and in the earth, it finds in you. You understand? So the ants come and they crawl on you, and the fungi, they, attach to your skin, and they build, fungi colonies, and, nature recognizes you. Worms go inside, like this. So you understand? Your body is not different from nature. So it's an appearance that your body is individual. You are constantly bringing materials and shedding materials. You understand? There is no individuality even physically. Swami Shivananda says that the teachings are that every 7 years there is not even one molecule in your body which is not new. Every 7 years your body is totally new. There are tissues inside your gut that every day are changing. Okay, you are shedding lots of your tissues every day, and the body is building new ones all the time. So it seems like you are a person, you are out there, but actually this is a system that is constantly in exchange with nature. You understand? Your body is not a closed system. Prana is the same. Life force, Swami Shivananda says, you live because you share the universal life. Say your life is not your life, right? How are you making yourself alive exactly? Right? Is tofu making you alive? Right? So, see, life is not yours. It's very clear. Because you have no clue what is life. You are just alive. So, we share a universal life called prana, by which we are alive. The same is with the mind. The mind, the yogis teach, is also not truly an individual. Okay? So even on the mental level, we are not truly an individual. Patanjali Maharishi teaches that what makes the mind appear individualized is what is called kleshas. Kleshas are ignorance, egoism, etc. They give a notion that our mind is an individual thing. But actually what Swami Shivananda explains is that mind is also a cosmic phenomena. Okay, this is the idea. Then Swami Shivananda speaks about the astral body. It's called Linga Sharira. And he says that the mind is a very important part or an element of what is called the astral body or the Linga Sharira, the subtle body, which is linked to the physical body. You see, so the physical body does, according to the yogic teachings, the physical body doesn't have a life of itself. The astral body animates your physical body. The physical body being food, right? It is food. It is processed food, right? If you take a bag of potatoes and you paint eyes on it, it won't start talking to you, right? How come you're talking? You are a bag of potatoes, you see? So just process, that's all, right? So the point is that there is an astral body which is purely not physical, which means it survives the physical death. The mind in the yogic teachings survives the death of the body. So when the body falls, when the body dies, the yogis teach the person continues to be a person. You still think, you still perceive. Actually, we have here coming every year the person that initiated the research of near-death experience, Raymond Moody, has been coming here for basically since he started this research, since about 50 years, is coming to this organization, and is coming every year, and has been speaking to thousands and thousands of people which have been clinically dead and were revived. And this is increasing because as medicine progresses, there are more and more of these people. And actually what he says is that when people come out of their body, it takes them time to realize that the body on the floor is them. Said they look at it, and basically when they realize this is my physical body, they are horrified. You say, you know, you told me, Swami, it's very interesting. People don't recognize their physical body when they are outside of the body. Because when you are in the body, you have a certain vision of who you are, which is not the same if you would see yourself objectively like this, you see? So he says, when people look at them, it takes them time to understand who is that person lying on the floor or on the surgery bed. And then it dawns on them, that's me. That's my body. You see? So like this, another interesting thing to illustrate what does it mean astral body is what is called phantom limbs. Right? So there is this phenomena that people that lose physical limbs, they report to have phantom limbs, which means they continue to, phantom limb means you experience the limb as if it is there. That's the meaning. You feel the sensations, you feel everything, but there is no limb, no physical limb. Not only that, we have another person that comes here regularly, and he is a physical therapist that specializes in helping people with chronic pain through yoga. And part of the people that he works with are people that lost limbs. And what he says is that these phantom limbs, they actually become cramped. And these people actually see those phantom limbs like they are cramped behind their back or something, and it's very painful to them. And what this person teaches them, is a physical therapist, it teaches them how to exercise their phantom limbs. That's what he does. So they exercise their phantom limbs, in their mind of course, and then they are good to go. Their phantom limbs are not painful anymore. It teaches them how to exercise them. You understand? There is no physical limb, and still they are exercising. Okay? So this is called astral body. The astral body animates the physical body. So all the animation of the physical body, your blinking of the eyes, your facial gestures, all the inner functions of the body, this is all the doing of the astral body. The physical body by itself cannot do anything. You understand? It's food, literally. Through the astral body, you carry it from place to place, okay, which takes lots of energy, right? Because you have to move this body around like this. Okay? So this is called astral body. Then he says that mind is subtle matter. What is subtle matter? So the idea is that the mind is, the astral body in general, is composed of astral materials. So just like we have the physical materials of the physical world, the astral world, which is a non-physical world, is also made of subtle matter, which is not physical. And the astral body is made up of astral materials, subtle materials. And these materials resonate in various vibrations. So the idea is, Swami Shivananda describes how, for example, a person that, let's say, is very, very angry. So if a person is very angry, Swami Shivananda, being clairvoyant, clairvoyant means these are people that can see the mental images around the bodies, called clairvoyant people. So Swami Shivananda, having this capacity, described, for example, that people that are very angry, you see swirling black clouds in their astral body, and these swirling black clouds are shooting red arrows at the person that they are angry, like, you know, like lightnings. And it describes, for example, the images of meditating yogis. They have, above their head, they have mandalas, geometrical figures, beautiful geometrical figures that are created by the pure vibrations of their body. So like this, it describes, it says that each thought has a color, each thought and emotion has a shape, all sorts of things like this. And it describes, this is called the subtle matter of the astral body. Now, there is also in the astral body, these vibrations are universal language, which means that on the level of the vibrations of the astral body, we do not need translation, right? For example, now we are here people from all over the world, right? And we speak different languages. But it says, for example, let's say that a person prays to Lord Krishna, and in their heart a devotional vibration is generated. A person sitting next to them, let's say, who is a Christian, will feel the presence of Jesus. You understand? Why? Because the vibration is the same vibration. So on the level of the vibrations of the astral body, language is universal. You understand? So we can all appreciate mental vibrations universally. They are the same. Doesn't matter what civilization or nation we come from. Okay? This is the idea. So this is called the telepathic language, which is common to all humans. Then he says that he speaks about types of mind. So he says different people have different types of mind. So he speaks about, for example, different regions in India. For example, he speaks about the he says, for example, there are so first of all, he says, just like physically we are different from one another, but our physical differences are actually very minute. If you look at it, let's say you put someone's photo in Photoshop, and then you start moving their eyes a little bit, you will see they look like the other person. You see, so actually the differences between us are very, very minute, physically speaking. We all look pretty much the same. we have two eyes pretty much in the same place, right? The nose is pretty much in the same place. Everything is pretty much in the same place. The differences are very minute. Because we are humans, we are geared to notice these very minute differences. Okay? But Swami Shivananda says, mentally speaking, our astral bodies are vastly different. He says, although physically we are pretty much the same, mentally speaking, what is residing in the physical body can be vastly, vastly different. Because souls can be on various evolutionary levels. And therefore, although physically human beings are pretty much the same, mentally they are very much not the same. Okay? So this is what is explaining. And he also says that that different minds are very different. So he says variety, diversity is the beauty of creation. Everything in creation is very diverse. Minds of people are also very diverse, which means the way we think, the way we relate to the world, it's all going to be very specialized. And we need to understand this, because if we expect everyone to be like us, we are going to have big problems in life. You see? So the ego is a creature of uniformity. The ego likes everything to be like me. And if you are not like me, something must be wrong with you. You see? Whereas reality, the yogis teach, is unity in diversity, which means diversity is always the rule of creation. Everything is going to be very different amidst people. This is the idea. So then, okay. Then it speaks about the size of the mental body. So he says that there are different teachings about the size of the mental body. Some yogic teachings say that the mind is on the size of the physical body. Some say that the mind is all pervading. There are different teachings. Then he speaks about the mental aura. He says that the mind has got an aura, a mental aura or a psychic aura. This is what is called tejas in Sanskrit. Tejas means brilliance. And the more we do sadhana, this is why, for example, in Christian icons, they paint the halos around saints, because saints means people that do very, very, very intense tapas. They do lots of sadhana, and because of this sadhana, their mind becomes brilliant with this tejas. So they have tremendous, tremendous mental power, and this is called tejas. It's like the halo. So the person, people have these auras around them, and we feel it. We feel the presence of people. Okay, so when you come into the presence of a person, you can feel their presence. Some people's presence can be felt in huge areas, so they can impact energetically and mentally many, many, many people. Swami Shivananda describes uh, yogis. He says there are yogis that sit in caves in the Himalayas which no one knows about, and he says they impact positively the whole of humanity. Their mental power is so much that they uplift the vibration all over the earth. So he says like this, people's capacity to influence other people is according to the strength of their mind. And this is, by the way, positively and negatively also. So people that have very powerful minds are not necessarily pure minds. We need to understand. There are minds which are very powerful and very negative. And therefore, they can carry after them many people. So when we see people that are very, very influential, for good and for worse, it's because of the strength of their mind. Okay, so very powerful minds will naturally impact weak minds. Weak minds are minds that follow. They just follow. Whereas very powerful minds are minds that give the vision. These are minds that are capable of generating a very powerful vision that everyone else can align with. This is the idea. Okay? Then Swami Shivananda says that if we want to draw positive influence from minds which are very positively powerful, he says in order to drink from a tap, you have to bend. He said in the same way, in order to draw the powerful spiritual current of an evolved mind, we need to bend. We need to develop humility. Why? Because otherwise, if we stand stiff, then although those people are very willing to give, we cannot accept. This is the idea. So in order to be able to draw the spiritual currents of evolved yogis, we need to develop the receptivity which comes in the form of humility. When we develop humility, we are able to receive powerful spiritual currents from evolved people around us. So we'll stop here. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. O noble Lord of mercy and love, let us abide in Thee forever and ever. Om Bolo Satguru Shivananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Swami Vishnu Devananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Namah